Babies crying, 2-year-olds squealing, women speaking loudly and freely over the din of their children playing. This is what I needed. And I got what I needed because I asked. I went to the labor support and postpartum doula group that I was working for in Chicago, and I told them, I don't think I should be a postpartum doula anymore. What I think I should do is run a child care for the doula group. And so with their blessing and their backing, I started a child care in the doula group's office spaces. And the way most of my days would begin is I would get in my car and drive about 5 blocks away in the Lincoln Square neighborhood to pick up Zach, my friend Denise's son. And it was easy since they lived so close. He was like my commuting buddy every morning. His mom put him in the back seat in his car seat, and off we would be, the first people at the office, walking up those steep, steep steps to those offices above Women and Children First Bookstore. And Zach and I would squeeze into a tiny kitchen together and make breakfast for all of our friends who were about to arrive. We would stir oatmeal or flip pancakes. And then we might hear someone else at the door. Likely it would be my friend Megan with her daughter Kendall. And Kendall would be clutching her hippo close to her because Hippo was always with her. And Zach and I would get to serve breakfast. Kendall's mom would always ask if I'd made enough for her too, and the answer was yes. So Megan would grab her bowl of oatmeal and take it to her desk. And it would be me with the children of the women I love, and I love these kids, eating breakfast together. A few more friends would arrive, and then we'd all get together for morning circle. This is the way we circle round, circle round, circle round. So many funny, sweet children came through the circle of the child care. But really, what I wanted the most was a kid who I could take care of that didn't leave me at the end of the day. But the way a child care works is that kids get bigger and they go off to big kid school, or life just changes. Denise decided they would move into her family home, which was this classic Chicago bungalow that her grandfather had bought when he came home from World War II. And the years pass, and believe it or not, Kendall and Zach are kindergartners. And it's been months and months since we had seen Denise and Zach, because now instead of living like 5 blocks away, the family home was well over 100 blocks away. So Denise invites us over, and Megan, Kendall, and I hop in the car, and we drive those 100 blocks. And as soon as Kendall and Zach see each other again, they're off playing. And it leaves the women to sit around and talk. And we reminisce a little bit, and Denise shares that she is really excited about Zach's private school. This highly academic program is going to be so good for his active intelligence. And then Denise pauses, and she says with conviction, I am so glad we moved down here when we did. She shares that Zach, right after he'd started at his new private school, he said, Mom, do you remember when I went to Heather's school and I was white? Zach is black. He has Dark brown skin, just like his father, just like his mother, just like his great-grandfather who bought the house he lives in and planted grapevines in the backyard with clippings he brought home from his tour of duty in Italy. That Zach has the same color of brown skin that his grandmother does. Denise's mom picks those grapes and makes wine from them. I have a bottle of the wine at my house because my boyfriend expressed polite interest in her winemaking hobby. Megan and I really can't do anything but nod as she shares how important it is for Zach to be at a school where he sees students that look like him, where he's in a neighborhood that he sees faces that look like his. And it is not something I had ever considered in the entire time that Zach was in my care. We have a great afternoon. The kids have a great time. We all hug, say goodbye. Megan, Kendall, and I hop into Megan's car, and we hop onto the Dan Ryan Expressway, head north, takes us to the Kennedy, takes us right back to our north side neighborhood where we live, surrounded almost entirely by white people, where Zach was surrounded almost entirely by white people. And I don't end up staying in that north side neighborhood either. I do end up marrying that boyfriend, and we pack up a U-Haul, and we move to his childhood home in Boulder that he inherited from his father. And little did I know, traveling along in that U-Haul was our daughter, who was born about 9 months after we got here. I think the best thing I brought to Boulder with me from Chicago was definitely my children from before. Because as my husband and I are trying to figure out how to raise our child, they are all there giving me great advice. There's the kid who always believed there was room for one more book in my book bag when we were at the library. And there was always room for one more book. There's Emiliano telling me, I hit Gabe, Gabe hits me, and then it is a fest of hitting. And this comes to me every time I'm trying to break up a conflict between children. And as I raise our white daughter in the city of Boulder, where she is surrounded almost entirely by white people, there's a little boy, one of my children from before, who reminds me that I, every day, need to make the effort, that she knows this isn't all there is. I'm always going to be willing to drive 100 blocks